everyone. Happy Monday evening. It sure is nice to see all of you. We're back here in yesterday when I texted our children that we had landed, our daughter texted back and said, "Welcome home to the land of the free and the home of the brave." Yeah. So we're back. So it's nice to have you all with us. Thank you to those of you that came with us. Keep your eye out. We're going to, as soon as Gordon can get some editing done, we're going to show some of our days and the places that we visited and the things that we did. We've got a lot to tell you about the Regal Princess and about Great Britain, about Ireland. Well, never mind.
The UK.
The UK, the whole the whole British
England,
Isles.
Scotland,
Let's say it that way, the
Ireland,
British
yeah.
Isles.
There you go.
And
Where
what to
we
pack.
Visited.
Well, you don't need to pack. And just a lot of things to think about. So thanks for coming. Let us know what your questions are there. Before we start, we had a question for you. I've been trying to think of ways to shake up our channel a little bit. So if you think that there are things that we should be talking about that we're not talking about, please put those suggestions in the comments, would you? We'd really appreciate it. It's really good to see all of you here again. We've got Larry in Sun City, 111. You know what? We are not too very far off you today. Yesterday when we landed, it was 98. It's 93 right now, and it's cooling off. So we had 100 again today, but that's still nothing near 111. Right. So good.
However, it is slightly unseasonably warm for us. This is about
it is. It's a little bit of a heat wave. Yeah.
It usually gets this hot.
So
it kind of shocked the grass. I've got to go out and turn the sprinklers.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what happened.
It got hot.
Okay. Gordon always likes that if there's ever a patch on the yard that's not perfectly green, I want to know what happened. So anyway, and Larry's transatlantic is in only 42 days.
Ooh,
so you must be kind of a month behind us, because today our app shows that we are 32 days from our Alaska cruise that we are so excited about. I love Alaska anytime. Let's see, only 18 more days after the cruise for Elite. Wow, Larry. So do you have the plus package on that already? Are you getting that extra bump up, or you're not really willing to pay for that? It's really interesting. I think, I don't know. See, that's a discussion right there. Is it worth it to pay for the bump up if you don't get the plus anyway for the premiere? I don't know. That's a discussion. Put in the comments what you think. I think it depends on the situation, and I think it depends on how many more cruises you're going to do, what those cruises are, the perks that you really like to use a lot. I think there's a lot that go into
There's
that.
a lot of variables there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, because how many times do you go on a 7-day cruise and use the laundry? I don't even do laundry on a 7-day cruise. On our 12-day cruise, we did laundry. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I should say Gordon did laundry. It's the only time in our marriage he does laundry. Oops, I did a thumbs up.
That's okay. We also love you all. We missed you all.
We do. We missed you a lot. So anyway.
Although I guess we did more
Hetty's
lives.
Here. Hey, Hetty.
We did more lives in that 2-week stretch than we do in a normal 2-week stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Hetty, we were so happy to have you with us.
It was really fun.
It was really nice to have you with us.
Thank you for your level-headedness. Let's just put it that way. Hetty
brings a lot to our group. Yeah, she does. So, as all of you do. So,
do you want to look at this question?
You bet. It says, recently saw a video from Dawn's Family Vacations asking when the cruise bubble will burst. Do you think cruise prices are in a bubble, and when do you think prices will normalize? See, that's really interesting. I'm a little bit behind getting caught up, so I haven't watched that video of Dawn's yet. I am going to watch it, though, because I don't miss any of his and I don't miss any of Tony's. But when I think
We've talked about this.
Well, you know what? This is the funny thing. So at first, when we came back from cruising, at first those prices were low, trying to entice people back on board, even if they were a little bit nervous about cruising. I think the cruise lines thought, if we can get anybody to come, maybe this will make them want to come. And it was really great because you could go on a cruise. It didn't cost you near as much, and it wasn't crowded. So it was the best of both worlds. But where we sit right now, I look at how much Princess Cruises cost, and I look at how much we paid for our cruise to Alaska when we went the very first time in 2014. That is one of kind of the watermarks for me. And then I compare it with how much our cruises to Alaska now cost, right? And did you know that our cruise to Alaska this year, our cruise to Alaska last year when we went on Holland America, they cost about the same as our cruise did when we went to Alaska in 2014. They're within $200.
I didn't know that.
They are. Mm-hmm. So that is kind of one of the things that I use as a watermark. I look at where we are. So in a way, they have gone up, but in a way they haven't, because that's one of, and Alaska cruises are some of your more expensive cruises. Now, take as an outlier some of your cruises that, when you think of ones that Princess doesn't run very often or other cruise lines don't run very often, I think those are outliers. I don't think I would call them a black swan, but they are outliers. And you think of like Icon of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. That's a little bit more of an outlier. Even their Utopia is going to be something completely different. Their Utopia of the Seas is going to be running different cruises than the Icon is. It's not even, it's, so, for a while how Royal Caribbean was doing everyone, the next one was always the biggest. And so Utopia is not. And so I think that when you look, once Icon gets a little bit older, her prices, I really do think will go down once the craze goes away. But I really do think that cruising is going to stay where it is as far as prices go for the foreseeable future, because even when you think of where our economy sits, the people who go on so many cruises are people who are kind of insulated from what the economy does.
In a way, yeah.
In a way, they either make enough money, whether one of them or two of them, both people in the relationship are working or not, or else, I have seen that, people like to share a cabin. You'll have like 3 adults go together so they can go on a trip. I have seen that. But as a general rule, a lot of the people that cruise can make it work, even, whether it takes both their incomes or if they're retired and they're to the point that it doesn't really matter. I really think it's going to stay for now because demand continues to outpace supply.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see how that changes, but I think we are where we are going to be for a while.
Yeah, because it's a standard of supply and demand. If you got enough people wanting to go that are willing to pay the price.
And the other thing that I think makes a big difference with this is also when you look at other forms of travel right now, it is still less expensive as a general rule to take your transatlantic than to fly people in business class. It is still less expensive, even on some of those, especially if you choose an interior. But even for like a regular balcony cabin, it's really competitive. Like if you look at it, I was looking at how much it would have cost in April to fly over compared to how much like a balcony cabin cost. And at least just from Salt Lake City, it was just a teeny bit more expensive to take the cruise, but you get the cruise in return more than just like sitting on the plane for 9 hours. You had this whole lovely experience. And so I think that's going to, keep demand for transatlantics high. People love to spend those sea days. And as a general rule, for the number of days on a ship on transatlantics, they're really affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I think we're going to see is more areas of the world opening up. And as those areas of the world open up to cruise ships, there's still going to be the demand because it's to all the places that everybody thought they'd never go or that they want to see. And what was the other thing I thought? Oh, compared to other methods of travel. So when you look at how much it costs to stay at an all-inclusive resort or how much it costs to travel around, including like your travel and your hotels and your food, cruising is still very affordable, even though often in our minds we think of it as going up. It's still really affordable. And when you look at here's what I want to say about 2026 as well. Some of the cruises for 2026, I think, are going to stay where they are. But I think that they're going to be like some other cruises that we've seen, like when 2024 was released in 2025, it seemed like those were a lot more, but a lot of them have come down. And it would be really interesting to me to know how many people pay attention and have their cruises refared when they drop. I don't know, but I sometimes see cruises that I wonder why the cruise lines are dropping. It's the business side of me. I wonder why they're dropping that. The consumer side of me thinks, oh, that's awesome, grab that price. But the business person in me wonders, like, why are you dropping that? Do you not, like, why? So anyway, there's what I think. So I don't think that there's a bubble. I think it's going to be where it is. That's just me. Tell me what you guys think in the comments.
Well, and I've been watching some of the comments, and one of them talks about some of the cuts that have happened. Well, you think about they do have fewer stewards.
Oh, yeah. Somebody had told me, so I can't. So someone told me that going around the Sapphire Princess, they said that Princess is going to cut their second cabin. Well, no. Sorry. They're going to increase the number of cabins that one steward has to service a day and go to one service a day in the cabin. And that the guests would choose between having the morning or the evening service. And that's the only place I've heard it. And I just heard it. I haven't heard anybody else talking about it. They weren't talking about it on the Regal Princess. I love how Princess does it in the morning and in the evening. And I know that our room steward, like on this trip when he came in the early evening, like a lot of times we hadn't even been back because we had long port days. A lot of times we would just know I'd been there twice because the patter was sitting on the bed.
There was nothing else for him to do.
So
anyway.
There wasn't a lot. And even days that we had been there, I think he probably just perfectly, because he was just excellent, he perfectly smoothed out the bed again. Like if we'd sat down, it was smooth again. So there wasn't a lot that he had to do. So I hope Princess keeps it the way it is. But yeah, you look at what they're doing, like with how they deliver the drinks now. And I talked about that when we were on the Regal Princess. Overall, it takes fewer crew members to do it that way. So yeah, they're trying to, make efficiencies and optimize everything to keep the prices down.
Yeah.
No better. They'll give you a better if you ask, but no better in the main dining room. Tim, it is sure good to see you. I didn't get an email. I owe a lot of people emails, and
we're getting there.
You were so sweet to send me a welcome home one. Thank you. You and Cindy and the girls. Thanks. We've got Ray here. Oh, we had a ball, Ray and Linda. We had a really fun time. Code 4 for Life, Don and Scotty. Always good to see you too. Yeah. Really nice to see you. Yeah. Let's see. And Richard's Michael here. Richard, did you find that? What you were looking for about that? About the the Loyalty Accelerator promo. I hope you found it. This just might be a helpful tip for people. If ever you're wondering how to find something, like you think, oh, Princess has this loyalty promo, just like Google it. I saw a lot of people were looking for it, and I couldn't figure out why. Like, just Google it. So I tested it out. You Google it, and up it pops with all the news stories about it and the link on Princess's website. Yeah. So if that ever helps anybody, just Google it. Hey, Michael, we already miss you and Nancy so much. Like, oh my goodness, it's hard to be apart. Annie, it's good to see you driving home from work. Did I say Annie? Did I say your name right? I hope I did. Sue and Phil's travels.
It's Angie.
Oh, maybe it's that too, Angie. However you say your name, we're happy to have you with us. Holly, always good to see you. And Craig too. Ontario girl. Thank you. Michael. And Connie and Lori. Michael, we will see you soon on the beautiful Discovery Princess. Just coming with us. We're going to have a fun time. Bruce, good to see you. 47 days before your next cruise. Attila the Fun. I just love that name that you chose.
So here's another question.
Hey, Kirsten, did you have enough clothes for the temperatures? Okay, so here's what you have to know about me. I figured it was going to be chilly. I took some short sleeve blouses just in case, and I brought them home. But when I pack, you should know that I took like 5 pairs of black pants. I took 5 of the short sleeve shirts I like to wear under my cardigan, 5 of those in black, and I took 4 black cardigans, and that's what I ended up wearing most of the time. I am such a creature of habit. That's what I don't know why I like that, but I do. It was chilly. I expected it to be chilly, though. I took a puffer coat. I took my breathable Eddie Bauer rain jacket. Some days I used one, some days the other. Umbrella, used that. Yeah, so I wouldn't say any weather surprises. We were expecting it to be chilly. Every once in a while, you go and they have an unexpected heat wave. And so I wanted something cute to wear if it was hot outside. So I took some just in case, but didn't end up needing it.
Right.
So but it worked out really good though with what we took.
Well, and I had my raincoat that you talked about and a sweatshirt, which I figured I would layer.
You only use that on the airplane though.
Yeah, and I got kind of lazy because it did get breezy and chilly once or twice, but I didn't layer. I just had the raincoat, so I did catch a cold because of that. You can hear it in my voice right now.
It just started yesterday.
Yeah, it's just the fact that
Biddy thinks that's what it's from.
Yeah. But that was me being silly.
But you know what? Here's the interesting thing. So when we got on the ship, you go along, and I don't know if you just pay more attention or if more people are coughing and sniffling as the cruise goes on. But then when we got off the ship, everywhere we went, people were coughing and sneezing, like everywhere. We were sitting in line waiting for our turn to go in the tunnels on Saturday there at the Dover Castle to go in those secret tunnels. And there were people coughing and sneezing there. So I think.
And I wouldn't say I got it. It's just a frog in my throat, basically, is what it is.
Yeah. Richard's got 32 days. I was just going to say he and Pat are coming with us on the Discovery Princess as well. And Kathy, hey, Kathy, it's good to see you.
Yeah, for those that aren't aware, our next group cruise is July 27th out of Seattle, round trip on the Discovery Princess to Alaska.
Yeah,
so we're looking forward to everyone that we get to meet there.
Yeah.
That will be exciting.
We're going to have a ball.
Yeah. Is there still room if anybody wants to join us?
I don't know.
It's getting a little tight.
I think a bunch of the ship is waitlisted.
Yeah.
Let's see. Becky from San Diego. Hope is in hot Pennsylvania. Nice to see you, Hope. Been in the high 90s with a real feel of 103 with that heat index. Yeah. Yeah, we did have a wonderful trip. Thanks, Hope. Yeah, and Faye, nice to see you. Hey, Michael, grow to get. Nice to see you. And Sandra, he is right there. Good to see you.
If I understand you correct, you are not home, but you're watching us through Starlink.
Oh, Gordon knows. Joe, nice to see you. And Faye, Melinda, hey, Sandy. It's hot in Atlanta, too. Maybe it's hot everywhere right now.
Yeah. Well, there's a heat wave in Europe. London got hot after we left.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, or it was getting hot.
Let's see. Let's do this one. I mentioned in today's video about the Princess app and back-to-back. We're scheduled for a back-to-back January 2025. Do you think the app will be resolved by then?
I sure hope so.
You know, you just really... Yeah, hope so, don't you? But you know what? I don't know. That app was released at the end of December, and it's still having a lot of trouble. And so you like to think it'll be working, Mark, but who knows? So if it's not, then you just know to go to guest services as soon as you get on board. So I don't know what it is that they install to make it work, but I'm glad something makes it work. When you look at it, if you can't make your dining reservations, there's only one way I know to do that, and that would be you can send me an email. So thanks, David. Let's see. Elite offers free drinks in the room fridge.
That's because of this.
It's called a mini bar setup.
Question.
Is there a Princess loyalty level that provides free drinks? It's the mini bar setup that they're talking about there in the comments. And so when you get in your cabin, when you're Elite, it's already set up there. And it's kind of a variety of like some water bottles, I think some Coke, and then different alcoholic beverages. Mm-hmm. But if you want something else, you can ask them to switch it out, and they'll switch it out for what you want.
Yeah.
So we just always switch ours out for Diet Coke.
What do we get? 16 cans?
It depends on what ship you're on, how many cans you're going to get.
Like, we did.
Who would have thought? So,
yeah. So when you ask, is there a loyalty level that provides that your free drinks?
That's it.
That's all there is. No, you don't walk up to a bar and being able to get.
But see, this begs a discussion there. I've been thinking about this for a video. I've been thinking a lot about comparing the different levels, the top level of cruise loyalty with each cruise line, what they give, because it takes a lot more to get to the Zenith level with Celebrity than it does to get to Elite on Princess. So I appreciate that. But when you hit that Zenith level with Celebrity, and you would hope that Princess would introduce something like this, when you get that, you get like, it used to be, they call it the all included, but it used to be your gratuities and your beverage package and your Wi-Fi. I should keep my fingers down. Well, now it doesn't include the gratuities, but every time a Zenith cruiser gets on board, every time they get to have that beverage package, and the Wi-Fi, they just get to have it on the cruise they go on. They don't have to pay for it. And so you would like to think that maybe something is coming. I don't know if it is. Yeah. I have like no idea if it's coming.
I guess the other thing with the loyalty level is you do get invited to the Captain's Circle thing where they'll have free drinks one time. Mm-hmm. So. Like,
big deal. But I did ask for a Virgin Virgin Sunshine Daiquiri, and actually they made it really good. It was delicious.
Yeah, and I had a Virgin Pina Colada.
And it was good. Yeah. So thanks, Yuki. Let's see.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Chica says it's hot in Palm Springs.
If you think that we look cute together, she's gorgeous all the time. But you take her out of the picture and you look at me and you're like,
he's just being nice to me. I love you for it, though. Let's see. What does Colette say? She would love to get to Elite. Oh, my dear, you should before her 54-day cruise in 2026. 2 cruises in the accelerated period at Solo will help, but still a ways to go. Because then you would get 4 for each one of those, right? Yeah. Yeah. And the accelerated, you would get 4. So for each one. So that would be really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Princess, they have that. I think doesn't it go on March 13th of 2026, that fabulous 54-day round trip from Los Angeles clear down, I think, to New Zealand and back. It's a pretty nice cruise. We would be going if Gordon was retired. I don't know, though. It was really stressful for me. I can't tell you. It was really stressful for me to be on the Regal Princess and have the Wi-Fi not working well. That was killing me. Now, people that just want to stream a video, that would be fine. That requires a lot different Wi-Fi than being able to make a Wi-Fi phone call.
That was the biggest issue.
That requires, I hate that I couldn't make a phone call. And then it seemed like as the day wore on, especially as you got to nighttime, it just hit the wall. I often try to work at night, and you would click to send an email and I could go do something and come back and hope it say sent.
Yeah.
And as far as trying to log into systems, it took forever. And that really stresses me out when I'm supposed to be doing things and I can't get them done. So I don't know if a 54-day cruise is going to ever work for me as long as I'm working. So I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
So there's Chuck's question again. He's asking at the bar. No. So Code 4 for Life is looking forward to their 28-day Alaska Summer Solstice cruise in 2025 on the Western Dam. That's going to be a really nice one. Really nice one. You guys are going way up there. Excited for you. Let's see. Any suggestions on what we'll need for outerwear, Connie? Yes, I do actually know. Bring the warmest coat. So when we went to Antarctica before, you have to do layers. So a long sleeve, t-shirt layer, that thickness. And then I would put on, usually I'd put on my cardigan over that. I have a lot of cardigans. And then I would put on a fleece. And then I would put on my puffer jacket. And then I brought my heaviest puffer coat. That's a really nice coat. And then you put on, you put on a stocking cap, and then you put up, my fleece had a hood, the one I like the best. So I'd put that up, and then I would put up the other coat, the puffer one, and then I'd put up the other one. It's just cold. Yeah. And especially if it's windy, it is really cold. That's my way of saying bring your warmest coat and bring layers so that you don't just have that and your shirt on underneath it, or just that and a sweater. Yeah, and I always had a stocking cap rather than just a
That's what I was trying to say, a stocking cap. Yeah. And I don't really like to wear those because they miss your hair. But on that trip, you just have to commit, understand you're going to have mushed hair. Yeah.
And that was one of only 2 or 3 cruises I've ever been on where I did wear the long johns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We wore long johns. And then I had on sweatpants on over it. Yeah. Sometimes I think, did I wear other ones under? Maybe I wore leggings under. I think maybe I had on
3
long
layers,
underwear and then leggings and then sweatpants. Trying to be warm. Yeah. And take your warm gloves.
And a lot of it is because you're wanting to stand out on your balcony or up on deck just to take it all in.
You do.
It's cold and it's wet and you're on the water and
it's beautiful.
But it is absolutely gorgeous.
It is. And when we went on the Coral Princess, they open up the front. On deck 10, you can walk all the way forward, and there's that area there in the front. People don't really know it's there unless you know it's there, but you can open the door and go out. And so I did that, but it was usually packed. It was usually packed there, and you had the full brunt of the wind. And so that was really cold.
Yeah. Everybody got a frog in their throat.
So more often than not, we were on our balcony, and sometimes we were up on the top.
Yeah.
Just to soak it all in. Yeah. So.
Love to see the penguins on the icebergs, using them as buses.
That's what they said. That's what the lecturer said. Yeah. It was really nice.
So
it's gonna be fantastic. Yeah. It is. You're going to like it. You're going to really like it. It's just unlike anything else. So.
Here's some thoughts on.
Oh, Attila the Fun doesn't think the prices are going to fall significantly.
Here's more of what they're thinking.
Probably just continue to rise. Well, and plus, you know what? Look at everything else. Look at everything else in our economy. Virtually nothing else is coming down.
No.
On the way home today, there's a little grocery store at the bottom of the hill where we live. And it showed that a dozen large eggs were only $1.77. That's amazing on sale. But so you have little funny things like that go down. but not, as a general trend, everything's going up. And a lot of the food prices that have gone up haven't come down.
Yeah.
So how are they going to afford that? Just all these things.
Yeah.
Let's see. The cost may be similar, Susan says, but cruise lines have cut a lot of corners. Excursion in Alaska are through the roof. Food quality and offerings have declined. Here's what I think. So if you compare the food that we had when we went on our first cruise in 2014 to when it is now, yeah, it's really different. When you compare it, though, with where we were when cruising started again in 2021, and I'm trying to remember, do you remember 2020, Love? I don't know. When we were just on the Regal Princess, food was pretty good. I really think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
As a general rule, the food was pretty good up in the buffet. I just am making it a general rule. I'm not really rating food. It was fine.
Right.
But here and there, we had exceptional, really absolutely delicious dinners. But it wasn't as bad as it has been. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? Sounds like I'm picky and complaining about getting to go on a cruise.
Right.
But I feel like it's on the upswing again with Princess is what I'm saying. I really do. I feel like it's getting better. I feel like we were going along and it kind of went down, but I feel like the food's getting better.
Yeah. Well, and it gets back to some of the marketing of if you wanted a second lobster tail, you had to pay for the second one.
Yeah, you did.
Whereas in 2016, we went on a cruise and I had 5 lobster tails. It was great.
It's better we have to pay for it because then he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
Not that we can't afford it. It's just the thing. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, this is a really good question. Oh, I'm on the New Amsterdam in Alaska right now. Oh, how fun is that? Join you on your Athens. Oh, it's you, sweetie pie. It's good to see you. She might come with us on our trip on the Silhouette round trip out of Athens.
Nice.
So we'll look forward to hearing from you. I hope you're having a marvelous time in Alaska, though. Enjoying it with your family. Yeah. Gina.
Okay, I like what Gina is saying here.
We purchased the Premier for the Love Boat prior to the promotion. So that was a nice surprise. The Premier package provided a carefree vacation for this cruise. Thanks for saying that.
Yes.
That's true. And you know what? You get all your pictures. To me, pictures are becoming, this is really funny, but for a while there, pictures were okay. But if you can get a good photographer, I really like pictures, and you can have all you want. You don't have to worry about choosing and lining them up and trying to pick a few that you really like. You're just going to have them all. I think that's a really nice thing, and you can have whatever you want to drink. I get it. I completely get it. And if you like those desserts, you get all that you want of those.
Yeah.
There's specialty dinings.
Well, and we had a couple, and they know who I'm talking about, who were just all into the pictures. And
gosh, yes.
It
and
was
they
so
had fabulous
fun.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yes. They came away with the best pictures from our whole group.
Yeah.
They did.
You can tell it just made for a very delightful vacation.
Wonderful time. And
that's
you know what?
They're going to
look back. They're going to look at those photos. Remember the fun they had getting the photos done and choosing everything. It's just a really happy memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense. Thanks for saying that, Gina. Yeah.
I mean, I can think of when we have decided, okay, let's get the package versus when we've not. I mean, this last one, I didn't.
Well, we've never gotten the Plus or Premier, but we've gotten the soda package.
Yeah, the soda package is what I'm thinking.
We wouldn't have needed it this time. I'm glad we didn't pay for it.
Exactly.
Because we were off.
But when we were on the Discovery Princess, where it was
that was really nice.
Oh, just to walk up and say, give me a Coke. Give me a pina colada. I got to have something.
What do you say? Give me a
virgin pina colada. I want a drink. I want a cold drink because it's hot.
I'm going to start following you around and seeing what you say. Anyway.
You're too busy. You can't come to work with me.
Let's see. You don't say that at work.
No.
Let's see. Attila says, is it better to... this is a really good question. Is it better to book our cruises far in advance or try the last minute just for price reasons? Okay, here's the deal. So I think that it depends on what kind of cruise you're going on.
Oh, but Princess has a policy where they don't drop the price.
So I would say that if it's a cruise you want to go on, definitely book it in advance. Get the cabin that you want, and you have the luxury of knowing that you're going. And if you want a balcony, you have a balcony. If you have a certain interior you want, you've got that one. Same with the mini suite, same with anything else. Now, as it gets closer, yes, prices sometimes drop. Usually you can get the lower price until you get to those drop and go rates. When they offer those drop and go fares, which is always inside a final payment window, but then you are really limited. Some cruises never end up having those drop and go rates. They just don't, because they're too sold by the time they hit that point that they don't do that. But if they do, then you're really limited about what you get. You might get a guaranteed cabin, or there might not be, by then maybe the balconies are all waitlisted. And so I really think that if you're someone who's just wanting to pick up something last minute, fine, do it that way. But if there's a cruise that you want to go on, I say book it. And if it ends up costing a little bit more in the long run, you knew that you were going to go on that cruise. And you had the luxury of knowing you were going, having the fun of preparing for it and looking forward to it. And you don't have to worry that it's going to get close and you're not going to be able to go on that. So that's what I think. If you're just trying to pick up last minute things, then that's one thing. But if you want to for sure go on a cruise, you should book it. It's like that way right now with the Love Boat cruise. It is less than it was when final payment came. But at least before then, like, you never know how fast something's going to sell out.
Yeah.
And so if you wait, you might just miss it. So like right now, if you want like an interior I looked at today for someone, they're all guaranteed. They're all guaranteed. And some of them are waitlisted. And so, yeah, it's sometimes nice to choose in advance. Let's see. I missed what? Oh, Sandy, we hope they don't change that 2 times a day. Scott says he and his wife are cruising on. Oh, you guys are going on the Sapphire to Antarctica in 2025. The airfares is almost as much as the cruise. That is what we have to pay. You know what, Scott? I love that you say that. That is what we have to pay. Some days you just have to say, that's how much it costs. And if I want to go, I'm going to pay it. And if I don't, I'm not. That's really wise. Yeah. Let's see. Can you talk about how people can get a shareholder benefit and how it works for those who are new to cruising, Holly? You know what? I have a couple of videos about that. But in a nutshell, you use Stock Perks is the app. So write it down. Stock Perks, all one word, is the name of the app that you use to submit your shareholder ownership. You have to do it through the app, and then it gets applied to your account that way. So, and if you're new to cruising, if you have 100 shares of CCL stock, Carnival Corporation, like the symbol is CCL, if you have 100 shares, you get onboard credit for like Carnival and Princess and Holland America. I'm sure you do on their other lines as well, but those are the ones that we generally cruise here in the U.S.
Yep.
So Carnival.
I just put the
Carnival,
link to
Princess,
the video
Holland
that talks
America.
about Stock Perks.
Yeah.
So.
And somewhere else I have that one saying how much money you get. With a shareholder. So Goran will find that one as well. But it depends on, so for how much money you get on the shareholder, depends on how long the cruise is that you're going to go on.
Right.
And that determines how many dollars you get as onboard credit. But it's a really good perk. The Carnival stock is still down a lot from where it used to be. And even when we had bought ours back, in 2015 or 16, whenever that was, it was really worth it then. So
we don't sell stock. We don't buy stock on our own.
And I'm not giving you financial advice either.
So use your own broker, whatever you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Holland America, started placing chocolate in your stateroom during the even turn down. Well, so do you think Lindt chocolate came to them, or do you think they went to Lindt? I always think Lindt is okay. And it depends on where it's made. So it's not like the top of the heap. It's not the bottom of the heap.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. It's better than nothing, right? Princess used to do chocolate, but no more. You got
York peppermint patties on yours.
Gordon gave me. He does. He knows I like those. So thanks, Larry, for saying you can't wait for the ship tour. We're going to work on that.
I like what Lucy says here.
Okay. We have looked at driving trips this year, and rooms to stay in popular places is $300 a night. Thank you.
Yes.
Eating out, of course, is so high. Cruise is still a good value. Thank you, Lucy.
I mean, even McDonald's is just atrocious.
I know. It's like you see for 2 6-piece chicken McNugget Happy Meals. That's like $14 almost.
Yeah.
It is $14 maybe. But anyway, yeah, it is so expensive to eat out.
And of course, the gas is still.
You still have to pay for gas, which is up. So yeah, I don't think cruising is going to come down.
Right.
Yeah, we like to think it's a bubble that's going to burst, but I think a whole lot of other things would have to burst first. You know? Let's see. Jill says they sailed back from their Mediterranean cruise by booking the transatlantic. We either have to book lie flat seats. Yeah, see, those are expenses, or we sail back. It's the same for us to sail back in a mini suite than to fly. There you go. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes perfect sense. Yeah, when you look at those like Delta One, or whatever, that's what I know. That's what Delta calls theirs. But whatever, yeah, you're looking at real serious money there. You can, yeah, absolutely cruise back for that in a mini suite. Thanks, everybody. Holly, thanks for telling everybody. Thumbs up. If you're here, please hit a thumbs up. Okay, thank you very much. Keep thinking of more things. Ports are changing. Christine, yeah, I think that for every port. So I was reading, today I mentioned some things to think about as far as what's going on with Greece. But you know what? There are some cruise ports in Greece that want more people to come. And so I can see things shifting easily from going to your Mykonos, your Santorini, where they want to, decrease the number of cruise passengers, to some of these other ports that really want more people to come. It's like when we went like up to the Orkney Islands in Scotland, I have never felt so welcomed anywhere. They had a sign up. They had singers to greet us. Then everyone working there, they ran free shuttles provided by the town there up to the city center for everyone from where the cruise port was. So many people, just friendly, happy to see us all there. The people in town were happy to see us.
It was a fun little place.
It was really fun, and it was a really nice place to visit, and they were also nice.
And they had the little girls out there dancing as we left.
We were leaving. You should see her. If you have not watched our Sail Away for the Orkney Islands, you should watch it. Yeah, we did our best to video it, but they were out there dancing, and it was really sweet. I think that's the one. Is that the one that got the copyright?
Yeah, we can't monetize that
is.
one because they like to play the Beatles as we left.
Yeah, we had to just let it go. No, let it go. Anyway, it was, otherwise we'd have had trouble with that. So, but yeah, you should watch that. It was really sweet. So for everywhere that doesn't want cruise ships to come, there are places that do. And so I think you'll just see things moving around. And like, who thought when we were looking and labeling maps, 4th grade was the grade I did that in, and learned all the places in the world. I still remember that. Who would have thought I was going to the Orkney Islands? And here they wanted us to come.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be great. Let's see
what Monty says.
Where are we at? Oh, hey, Lois. This is Lois.
Okay.
I can't help but think Princess is going to be adding another loyalty tier. Thanks for saying that, Lois. I hope that they're listening if they weren't already thinking of that, and they're thinking, and maybe everything that you all say, they'll be like, you know what, we should add another loyalty tier. It's a really good idea. And it's really interesting. It would be interesting to see like what they offer for other loyalty tiers, because sometimes you just move along and you're going on cruises anyway, and you accomplish what you're doing just by nature of what you're doing. But sometimes when they actually offer good perks, you're like, I'm going to go on another cruise or two so I can have that. So I think it would be a really wise business move on their end to offer more loyalty levels, because I think it would encourage people to go on more cruises. So let's see, Holly. Oh, on the Love Boat cruise. I'm excited to see you too. 67 days. So she has luck. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So did you guys miss my video, or did you see it about Princess announcing that VIP package? $450 a person. So yeah, it's kind of a chunk. Well, hello there, Verna Lynn. So nice to see you. Received an email from Azamara giving an 8% discount as onboard credit if we pay. Yes, Azamara does that. So Azamara has 2 levels of onboard credit that they give. I believe, I had to look. I think it's either 5 and 8 or 4 and 8. Maybe it's, anyway, if you pay like 120 days, is it 120? 160. I'd have to refresh my memory, but yes, Azamara, if you pay even further out from your cruise than what they already ask, they will give you a percent back as onboard credit, which is great. You can use it in their spa, you can use it in their specialty restaurants, you can use it on whatever you want. And so I think that's awesome, Verna Lynn. We need to check what your days are and make sure that we're on top of that. I will make sure I'm on top of it. So, but I think that's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Very much worth it. Let's see. Have you heard if Princess will be adding traveling companions to their new app? I really like that in the old app. So Kim, are you talking about like for dining? Is that what you're talking about, sweetheart? Put down there so that we know. So in their new app, you can already add people using their booking number. So if you're sailing like with a friend, or like if I want to make dining reservations for someone else with Gordon and I, then I can add them. Like as you go in to make the dining reservation, you can add them. And then I've noticed that they show up. Like if I go to make another dining reservation, I can include them on every one, or I just have to exit out so that if I'm making a dining reservation just for us, that I don't make it for 4 people again.
Yeah.
But you easily can. You just add it as part of the thing. Tell me what else you're thinking about with that, Kim. Yeah.
Because we were in the same room and same booking, I could track her and see where she was.
He did. He came and found me several times. So yeah, Kim, let me know what you're trying to do and we'll see what we can figure out. But I sure wish, I hope that they make everything work really smoothly with their new app. They now have a tab to look at shore excursions in Eastport, Rhode Island, but when you click on it, it has an error. Gordon, you try this. Gordon's going to try it while we're sitting here and see. Thanks for saying that, Holly. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we didn't look at it. We've been busy.
Let's see. Do you know if solo cruisers will get 4 cruises per cruise? They will. Yep. That's the whole thing. You get double what you would have gotten. And solo cruisers get 2, and so you'll get 4. That's pretty sweet. You can move up with loyalty pretty quick. I will try to sit on the end everywhere I can, and if a person coughs 3 times, I move. I know. It's just hard, isn't it? It's a whole different world we live in. I received an email. Well, I don't know how different it is. I didn't really like people coughing on me a lot before COVID. I don't know. It's hard to know. And it's hard, because sometimes, people have allergies, but it's hard to know if somebody has allergies or if they're sick. I don't know. Let's see, Diane. Hey, Diane. How are you? Oh, yeah, it's not working for us. And you did it with the incognito window.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Diane received an email from Princess today with special prices. However, almost all were not currently available. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder how come. Did we get an email today? I wonder if they're sold out.
No, I got a couple of emails saying that they've got excursions on sale.
To where?
In Alaska. I think they call it buy one, get one for 50%. There was something else which I haven't looked at, and I just saw it.
Chuck says, when visiting England, no matter how warmly you dress, it's never warm enough. It's probably that moisture, huh? Because it's humid there. Yeah. I don't know. We had warm, sunny days for a couple of the days after the cruise that were really pretty. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, Russell. Good to have you with us. It's okay. Let's see. Oh, Brent and Anne you guys are going on the Celebrity Silhouette next week for a 12-night Scandinavian cruise out of Amsterdam. Well, you'll be sure to let us know how it goes. I am really excited. So excited to try the Silhouette. So I've only done the Reflection and the Beyond. So this fall I get the Silhouette and the Ascent. So I'm very excited. I'm excited to see, to compare their food. I'm excited to see the entertainment. But to be really truthful, I'm more excited about where we are going. That itinerary we chose, that cruise we chose for the itinerary. For those of you that are new around here, it was going to have 3 days in Israel and 2 in Egypt. And that's really why we chose it. And now it's not going. But you know what? What they replaced it with is actually really good. It's really a good cruise. So we're going to go have a glorious time. Like October in the Mediterranean. What more could you ask for? I don't know. September and October there are beautiful, really beautiful. So we're going to have a great time. And so, tell us how things are going on the Silhouette, and have a glorious time on your Scandinavian cruise. Let's see. Code 4 for Life says Princess recognizes cruisers with 500 plus cruise days. That's true. They do, as their most traveled guests, with lunch with the officers. Hope to get there one day. You know what? We have a Let's Go family member who very graciously on the last Love Boat cruise invited me. So I got to go to that luncheon with him. And It was really nice. It was really special, and it's such a pleasure to get to go with him anyway. But it's a really lovely event that they have, and the officers are all there, and get your picture with the captain, and they print it out and give it to you like before the luncheon's over. It's really a lovely, lovely, lovely event that they have. So you guys will get there. You're going to get there before we get there. Yeah, I'm excited. We'll be looking forward to the photos from that event from you two. Okay. So let's see. Scott says they have 2 different cruises on 2 different ships in July and August with a day in between. Oh, see, you guys are going to have that trouble in August of 2026. Oh yeah, hopefully they'll iron it out by then. So are you going to go on the Eclipse cruise that we're going to go on? That's on August 8th. We have a group going, our Let's Go family. We're going to go. Anybody else that wants to come, let me know. That's gonna, yeah. So you'll have to let us know. Yeah. You know what? That gives them 2 years, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
They can call up other programmers if they have to solve the problem.
Well, Michael's got a good point here too.
The back-to-back issue is also for side-to-side sailings. Oh, like, yeah. Started on the Caribbean and overnight and went to the Ruby. Yep. His app showed him on the Caribbean the whole time on the Ruby cruise. So it sounds like maybe they have figured out whatever this Let's Go family member told me that they downloaded on their phone to manage that. Maybe they have just recently figured that out, since you guys were doing that one, because apparently they have to be separated by 36 hours. And I should have said that in my video. It could be side to side. You're right. As long as they're both on Princess, if there's not 36 hours in there. That's a really good point. Thanks for saying that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a programmer, so I don't have anything to say on that other than I hope they fix it. Let's see.
Right there.
I'm new to finding. Oh, thank you. Do you have a list of future group cruises?
Yes, I just put it on.
Yes, he does. So on our website, it's Let's Go Travel Tips at No. Yeah, just Let's Go Travel Tips.com.
Yeah.
And then you click on group cruises.
Yeah.
And there's a few that just says group space only, and we're not going to go on that. It's just that I have group space, so it's a little less expensive than what they're selling for usually. But other than that, the others are the group cruises that we're going to go on. So, and we're really excited. I know we need to think of some more. I think I am really busy this year, and I don't think I want to be quite so busy with group cruises next year because this has been really busy. I think that next year we have the Panama Canal, and we have the inaugural for the Star Princess, and then we have the Christmas Market Cruise in December. That's a really big deal. And Kirsten, I haven't forgotten you. I don't know if you're here, sweetie pie. Not forgotten you. So
we're considering what to stick in the middle of that if we try to do some sort of.
If we're going to or not, yeah. So we'll just kind of see.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else. Where did they go? Oh, Wendy, thank you. Do you think the Love Boat Cruise will be on the warmer side? Yes, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy, very much. Can you get a heart? I'm never good at hearts.
That's not coming. I'm sorry. There we go. Thank you very much. We'll even give you some.
Thanks, Wendy. Yeah, I would guess that the weather will be a little bit warmer. Although, with visiting our son in Boston all of these years, take a jacket with you and take something like a cardigan or a fleece, whatever you want, and a light jacket at least, so you can layer if you need to, because every once in a while it'll get quite chilly. It can get cold, but based on what it usually is, I think it'll be really warm. I live in Central Texas. We don't have winter here, so my warmest coat is a windbreaker. You know what, Connie? Do they sell warmer coats there at Costco? I know that's really funny.
Yeah.
Do they sell those in the wintertime there? Any warmer coats at all? I was trying to think of where you can pick up a warmer coat, on the less expensive end, since you don't have to wear them all the time.
And somebody asked, here it is. Tim's asking for brands. Eddie Bauer.
Rain gear for Alaska. Oh, we really like rain gear. The key to rain gear is you have to get breathable rain gear. If you don't get breathable rain gear, it's just plastic, and pretty soon you're sweaty.
Sweating inside of it.
Yeah, even it can be hot. It can be cooler outside, but if you have like a plastic on that's not breathable, like a jacket, you're gonna just be sweaty. So we just really like Eddie Bauer because that's what we have. Yeah. And you can catch Eddie Bauer on sale. I know that sometimes they're a little bit more expensive, but we always just get it when it's on sale. either online
Yeah.
or we have an Eddie Bauer outlet like 30 minutes or so from
Yeah.
us. So just
Well,
keep your eye.
And if you're on it, if you have an Amazon thing, Amazon Prime Day is coming up in a couple of weeks.
And it doesn't have to be the
Yeah.
Eddie Bauer brand. Just get one
No.
that's breathable, is what
Yeah.
I would say. Because then it's amazing how warm it keeps you, but it's still breathable. So yeah, it's really nice, as well as waterproof. Oh, temperatures?
45. 40 to 45. That's what it showed.
Did you just make this up?
No, that's what it showed. But again, remember you're
on
the
water moving.
Yeah.
It's cold.
And the clouds come and go. So it is chilly. The sun comes out, but it's not intense. So
Gordon was cold and he never gets cold. So I'm always cold. But
yep.
Yeah, it's cold. And the wind is cold. I gained too much weight on it. She had no shortage of food. I know we're back here on a program again between eating on the ship and I don't know, they have some pretty good fudge there in Scotland.
You know, and
I could just turn that into a meal.
And as I waddled back to our stateroom each night, thinking, okay, as soon as I get home, I'm starting this. You know, today I weaned myself. I had less than I did last week. I'll put it that way.
No, we did not get any, Curtis. We did not get any parking tickets that we know of yet.
Give us time. Hertz will let us know within a couple of months.
We really hope we didn't get any, though. So we tried. Yeah, I think we drove in the bus lane once or twice accidentally, didn't we?
On this one?
One time you said to me, we're in the bus lane, and I was like, get out of it.
Well, as I looked at it, it was actually just, in comparison with some of the other places, it was not a bus lane. It was just the mark saying this is a bus stop, and you can't have a choice about go through this.
Oh, good.
So,
but you know what? He is getting really good at driving on the left. Like this time, he didn't need me. He didn't need me.
I think there was one time.
I took a short nap one day. Yeah. I did a little bit of work on my laptop. Yeah, he is really getting good at this, driving on the left.
And as we pulled out of the parking lot last night at the airport, I said, stay to the right, instead of telling myself, stay to the left.
Yeah. Oh, look at Code 4 for Life. They're going to go on a 20-day Christmas cruise. Oh, my goodness, to Hawaii on Seabourn for 2025 to compare. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. See what you think. Yeah, we need to try one of those. I don't know. Before I do that, I want to try Viking. I got Azamara book now. I want to try Viking. Yeah. Are any in the Love Boat group doing the VIP program? Colette, you know what? I have to hurry up and sign up one lady who sent me an email. I'm really behind on my emails today. I'm trying to get caught up. And then somebody else had me book them. She and her girlfriend are coming, and so we booked them. Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't booked us. And to be truthful, I don't know that I'm going to. $450 is an awful lot. So it would be $900 for us. Yeah. And so you get the priority seating, like reserve seating for the question and answer in the Princess Theater. And I just figure we're going to go super early to that. I don't care if I have to go sit there, an hour and a half early. I'll go sit down and visit with Gordon and anybody else that wants to come with me. Then you've got dinner with them, and that'll probably be nice. I think they'll do a good job with that. They will. They've got that cocktail party with them. We can't go to that, clearly, if we don't buy it. And then I feel like and then you get priority standing in line. Now, if it's hard for you to stand in line and you really want your picture with the cast members and an autograph, they say, last time they did it, the line was quite long. On the last Love Boat cruise, there was a really long line. I think everybody on the ship wanted it, so everybody was in line. So if it's a really big deal to you to be first and things like that, that would be something to consider. And then you get your signed photo. And I don't know that I need to sign a photo of them. What am I going to do with that? So you just have to it's like with everything. You have to just kind of weigh out what it's worth to you. I'm sure they'll be fun. I'm not doubting that at all. It's just you have to decide how much you want to spend.
And we're gonna make sure that we don't schedule any of our meet and greets in competition with them because
we'll be careful with that.
I'd hate for them to feel bad when people don't show up.
So no,
we will happily do signed photos.
There you have it. So, oh, there's our Tom. Cruise a lot on Princess, and notice that if you're very flexible, Princess shows cruises that are greatly reduced in cost. Would you ever consider this? Tom, yeah, as it gets closer, huh? Yeah, they do. And you know what? I think that once we're retired, we would look at that more. But right now, it just takes a little bit more planning for us rather than just that close to a cruise to be able to go. With trying to do group cruises and trying to work around like work schedules for the other things that we really want to get to do, it's a little harder. But you know what? Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the answer for people that have like a flexible schedule
Very much
and
so.
just to hop on a cruise and go have a fun time. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think that's a great option. I do know, I will tell you that there's a lot of cruises that they're not even offering on right now, like at the end of June here, like on the Enchanted Princess. Those are waitlisted and they're staying waitlisted. People are booking cruises and going.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Anyway, thanks for saying that, Tom. It's nice to see you here. Let's see. Scott says, yep, you do. You get military on board credit as well. Yep, I have a video about that. But it is really nice. And once you go through the process to be verified on their website, it stays attached. You have to keep your eye and make sure because every once in a while it doesn't work. But generally, as soon as you book a cruise, it pulls it with your captain circle number and automatically adds that onboard credit. So that's really nice. When should we start getting more information on the Christmas market cruise in 2025? Hi, Jim.
Not for a
while. Tell me what your questions are, and I'm happy to get the answers for you. That's what I would say. So the Christmas market is like, it's not like it is December 7th through the 14th. We're going to go from is it from Vilsum or Passau? But it's right there. Just you go down from Munich to get on the riverboat, and then
not pass out
down
because
to
that's where we
Budapest.
were last time, so it must be the other.
And yeah, tell me what questions you've got, Jim. Let me know.
Yep.
Let's see. Hi there again, Wendy. Dave tells me he knows someone that kept
the
book in their oven. They ate out all the time. I usually don't grouch about the food because someone else cooked it and it served me, no cleanup. I'm with you. Somebody else was making dinner. I didn't have to do any dishes. I didn't have to go to the store and buy the stuff or order it for pickup, whatever. So yeah, I'm with you, Wendy. I'm really glad. Oh, Brian, you're sure nice. We're both really tired. After this, I'm just going to work until I can't stand it anymore, and then we're going to go to sleep.
Yeah, so that may be
get up early again tomorrow.
That may be 15 minutes.
Yeah. So I just feel that I'm a little bit behind.
Very good point.
Would be willing to spend money in towns that appreciate the guest visiting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do. So for example, when we were in the Orkney Islands, there's a store there and I think it's called Aurora, but they have the most beautiful scarves and they have those cool, like they're round like this. I don't know what they call them. I should try to look it up, but they're round like this. And then they have the bar through the middle and then you use it to kind of do your scarf in pretty ways. And they had some of the most beautiful scarves. And so I just helped myself. But I thought, and they were so nice there. I went in and I was like, what do you do with this? And then she showed me. And I asked her lots of things about like how to wear a scarf like they do there and all of these things. And she was really sweet and tickled pink that I would ask. And I was tickled pink that I was learning how to do it. And so, yeah, they were really nice. Where else did we go shopping there?
Well, I know I kept the ice cream vendors busy.
So anyway, yeah, it is. You try to be supportive with something.
In Orkney, actually, we went to the grocery store.
Yeah, we did. We went to the store there because we wanted to see what they had.
And that pudding was really good.
Yeah, they had Cadbury pudding there. It was really good. Yeah. So, Wendy did watch the Sail Away with the Little Kids, brought tears to her eyes, and thought it was so awesome how much they wanted everyone to be there.
Yeah.
Wendy, thanks for watching. It was really sweet. They were just out there dancing their hearts out. And you could tell it was special that we would come. And to me, it was special that they would come, right? And so when they got done dancing, the guy who's the one there, I guess the port monitor, I don't know, turns up music really loud and ends up with several songs by the Beatles. And as we were pulling out, it was just really fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun. Yeah. You're really happy to be there. So let's see. Cruising with Azamara from Dubai to Fremantle via India, Sri Lanka, and Singapore.
Wow.
But with the Red Sea, oh, yep, makes a difference where they can go with that Red Sea situation, doesn't it? I hope you still have a great cruise, though, Scott. You'll have to let us know how it goes. Yeah. And is this your first time on Azamara, or are you just giving them a whirl? Let's see. Tom says, buy one excursion, get in 50% off the next.
Okay.
So on the Crown, on September 2nd from San Francisco to Alaska, and they have this promo. So, I saw your thing the other day about like, why do they always do the little ships? The smaller ships out of San Francisco to Alaska. I don't know, but they always do. And, it's like next year in August, they've got the one on, I think it's the Grand Princess, that's round trip out of Los Angeles to Alaska. They only run it one time, and it's a smaller ship. And, I am really confident that if they put a bigger ship doing that run from Los Angeles, they, like I said, they only offer it one time. If they would have put a big ship on that, they would have sold that. Mm-hmm. I really think so. I don't know why they always do the smaller. I think the ones out of San Francisco, those are 10 days. I think you maybe said that. But those are 10 days. So I wonder if they feel like they can't fill that up the same, because a lot of times, people can just take a week off of work. Alaska is big with families and the whole deal. So I don't know, but I really do feel like they put in a lot of thought. I think that they look at a whole lot when they decide what ships to put where. But you know what it's getting with Alaska, even with them having 7 ships there this year and into next year, I really feel like you have to not only look at the ship that you want to sail on, but you have to really decide if you want to go to Glacier Bay or not. And then based on, if you're going to choose based only on itinerary, if you're going to cruise based on ship, because I know some people only want to go like on the Discovery Princess. They don't even want the Royal because the Royal is a little bit older. They surely don't want a smaller ship. So they've got what the Discovery Princess is doing this year, which is round trip out of Seattle. At what point does Princess double the credit normally? We got 2 trips for the 28-day. What do you get for 10 or 16 days? 1 credit each. So for your 28-day, was it booked as 2 cruises, Pat?
Because they count them as single cruises.
Because like you did a transatlantic and then you did the Regal, right? Or did you do them separate? I don't know how you did. I just remember that's what you did. So, but usually you book 1 cruise, you get 1 credit. So that's like when when a lot of times you look at itineraries and you can do either 2 7 days or you can do a 14-day, because sometimes people will want either this 7-day of it or this 7-day of it or the 14-day. You would want to look, and if it costs, and sometimes there's a price difference, but sometimes not hardly any. So you would want to book a 7-day and a 7-day, because then you get 2 credits, right, for the same 14 days. If you book it as a 14-day, you only get 1. So a lot of things to think about. Yeah. So the plus package says, so sorry. What
No, you answer this. We'll go back to Tom.
Okay. Plus package says 2 premium desserts. Is that 2 per cruise or 2 per day? Not that I need 2 per day. It's 2 per day, Holly. You can pretty much have all the ice cream you want. But they have those yummy cakes, and I kept thinking I was going to get one on the Regal Princess, and then common sense got the better of me, and I didn't. So those premium desserts, they've got cakes over in the International Cafe, or they have the ice cream desserts that you get like at the gelato place. And you get 2 per day, and if you have the Premier package, you get unlimited per day. Does the Alaska group cruise count for the expanded loyalty? It doesn't, because it sets sail on July 27th, and it's for cruises that set sail August 1st through December 1st. Sorry, Thomas. Yeah. So let's see. What other questions? What time is it? Oh my gosh, we're going to end soon. Oh, Kathy, that's a great idea. Thrift a coat if you live in a place you don't need it often. That's a really good idea. Thanks for saying that, Kathy, because it can get expensive to get a nice coat when that's the only time you're going to ever wear it. That's why I was thinking of Costco, because Costco generally has less expensive coats.
What do you mean by thrift a coat?
Thrift, like go to DI, go to Goodwill, go to wherever.
Okay.
Yeah, here it's DI. But we also have do we have very much Goodwill? Anyway, Goodwill, Salvation Army, all the places. Right. Yeah. That's a really good idea. Thanks for saying that.
Gore-Tex.
Or maybe somebody will loan you a coat,
Mhm.
you know, if you live somewhere and they've traveled and
Yeah.
they don't need it all the time. That's a good idea.
Maybe that's what I should do with a couple of those coats I can't wear anymore. Take them on a cruise and say, here.
We could do that.
No.
I don't think we should.
No.
Gore-Tex. Hey, Pat. Let me see. Let me Google. Is Gore-Tex breathable? You know what? I'll text you when we're done.
Yeah.
I have been watching a particular excursion in Ketchikan. 3 weeks ago, it was $19.90 for 2 guests. Today, with a supposed BOGO at $649.90. You know what, Justin? Funny things have been going on with excursion prices lately, but I've noticed funny things have been going on with excursion prices on Celebrity as well, because we got to nail down what we're going to do in Istanbul. And so I've been looking at that. And so yeah, it doesn't surprise me that a BOGO price is the same or more, though. Like, since when are they going to actually put things on sale? So here's what I say about excursions. I think that if you're going on a cruise and there is something that you really, really, really want to do, I think you should book it and go, because you don't know if you're going to ever come back again. And if that is the thing that you want to do, I think you should do it. Yeah.
And you don't know if they're going to sell out or what.
Yeah, and if they sell out, sometimes when things sell out, they offer a wait list and you can hop on that in case somebody cancels. Sometimes they'll offer a whole nother group, like another bus worth or something, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes you're just not going to be doing that.
Russell says Gore-Tex does have breathable.
Thanks. Thank you very much. There you go, Pat. Just make sure you get the breathable one. Let's see. We booked a cruise that departs on November 30th. Hi there, Robert. It's nice to see you. Yes. August 1st through December 31st. It doesn't have to be done sailing.
December 1st.
I'm sorry, December 1st. I have the hardest time with that.
It would make sense, though.
December 1st.
But I guess Christmas, they don't
want to do that. Yeah. And so, December, November 30th.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that there's a lounge just for Platinum Elite. Yes, there is. You know what? It says on the pattern where it's located, but like on this last trip, it was in the Vista Lounge. And that was on the Regal.
It's not that it's a lounge that only
they just set it aside for certain hours.
At a certain time, right? That they'll do.
I think it was 4 to 6 this last cruise. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't make it there. I think that we were just getting back into port. My Captain Circle status will change from Gold to Ruby after my cruise on the 13th. But I've already booked a cruise on the 23rd. Do you think I will get Ruby perks for that 23rd cruise? I do.
Yeah. I had one, and then pretty soon I had it. Yeah.
So for the Ruby perks, you get the insurance for half. Well, not half, sorry. You get the platinum coverage for the standard cost, and you're going to have to go ask for that. So is it back to back? Like, is it a 10-day cruise, the one on the 13th, or do you come home for a minute? I would call in between cruises or go to the desk if it's like a back to back. There are multiple 2-day cruises during the double time frame. I don't see in the TCs there's a minimum number of days. Do they count as double? They count as double. You just have to be careful with the ones, like there's ones that go from, I want to say, is it Los Angeles to Vancouver, Vancouver to Seattle? I don't think you can do both of those because you can't end up in a different U.S. port. Like with the Passenger Vessel Services Act, you have to be careful how you manage those. So those, I know they won't let you do both of those.
Yeah.
You can book them, but then they'll tell you to cancel one. So, Brian, you are so nice. We just feel like we're stuck.
Yeah.
Our subscriber level has been like growing so slowly.
Yeah.
So thanks for your optimism. We're trying to figure this out. Did anybody say what we ought to be talking about that we're not? We're hoping someone's got the secret here. Yeah. So Burlington Coat Factory. Thank you, Pat. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
That's another place. And you know what? Since we're not going to go on the Antarctica until 2026, like watch sales at the end of like the winter in 2025, when stuff goes on sale. That's a good idea too. Look at Black Friday sales. Like my favorite puffer jacket, I have a couple because we live where it's cold. I bet like the one I took on this last one, I got for $25 on Black Friday at JCPenney, and I love that coat.
Yeah.
I really like it. So really look around and see what you can pick up. So Wow. Do you see any questions here?
William had one asking about a good time to talk to you.
Should I book a cruise? You know what? I have half an email type too, William. So after this, I'll get it done tonight and send it all the way done.
Yeah.
You know what? That is just great. Yep, you can do that. And I think your plan is a good one because if you're both well enough to go, I think you should go while the window is here.
Yeah.
I don't want to cry. You should go. He is so good to his dad. So good.
Right. See, he got a message saying his December 1 booking qualifies.
Good. Oh, they sent you a message? Oh, I am so glad. Yep, it does. So, yep, it does. As long as you're sailing as long as you set sail December 1st, by then, yeah, it doesn't matter when you get back.
Yeah.
Matt, good to see you.
That's pretty much.
Christine. You know what, Christine, if you want a fancy dessert without the sprinkles and candies, I would tell them when you order it.
Oh, yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
Where is that one?
Let's see. Bruce says he has always gotten 2 cruise credits for 14-day cruises that are sold as 2 7-days. Ah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Bruce. Yeah. This is really terrible. I don't think I ever paid enough attention on ours. Did you? We just been floating along going on cruises.
No, they were even, it was a 14-day. It was, you could have booked them as 2 7 days, but we booked it as a 14-day. So it counted as 1 cruise.
Yeah. So you know what, Holly, the puffer coats I have one that's Eddie Bauer and I have one that's whatever JCPenney sells. And I like them both evenly. So I think either one is great. Yeah, they're good. I think one I got at Costco and one I got at Penny's. So oh, Thomas got his favorite jacket in Anchorage. You know what? If you go on a cruise to Alaska and you find out you're colder than you thought you were going to be, like in Juneau, in all like Juneau, Ketchikan, and Skagway, they have like jackets really quite reasonably priced. I feel like I was surprised the first time we went that like you could get a decent jacket / coat for like $29.95.
Yeah. Ketchikan seemed to have the better prices, but that's usually
it's at the end of your cruise. Mm-hmm. You don't want to freeze till then.
Yeah.
So, oh, you do call me, Sandy. You do call me, sweet lady. Oh, hi, Patty. So good to see you. Really good to see you.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions, or did we pretty much get through everything?
We got through them all.
Hey there, Kathy. Yeah, so nice to see you. Kathy was with us on our trip. Thank you.
But we appreciate everybody. Yeah. We'll see what we get here. Confetti. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for coming. It sure is good to see all of you.
We had a wonderful, wonderful cruise.
We did. We had the best group
just
with
seeing
us.
Everybody there, and
it was really nice.
You were all so wonderful.
Yeah.
And we hope that our live sailaways worked out good for everybody. We enjoyed doing those. She does all the talking. I just kind of stand around.
But in real life, in our marriage, it's the opposite. He's the talker. I don't say a lot. Huh. It's funny. Anyway, it's really good to see you all. We'll see you again tomorrow, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.